Hi besties, happy Monday. Welcome to another episode of Midnight Modules. We'll be reading stories on Reddit about monster-in-laws. Yeah, monster-in-laws. A lot of them they'll be monster-in-laws, but most of the stories are monster-in-laws. So we're gonna get into it. This one has a picture, so I will show you guys a picture at the end of the story. But let me know how y'all feeling in the comments. Sorry about my last post where you guys couldn't comment. I definitely turned my comments back on. That will not happen again. Let's get into it. Okay. So, the title is, I'm Not Crazy, right? My fiance and I became engaged a year and a half ago. We kindly asked our mothers that we wanted them to wear navy blue because we wanted them to be our something blue. Well, we're a week away from my wedding, and his mother shows up in a dress. It's light pink. I told her we wanted our mothers to wear something blue because we wanted them to be our something blue. She replied, well, your family can be in blue. He's at a loss for words, and I'm at a loss for words. She would have been at a loss for a lot of things. Trust me. Because what do you mean? Ma'am. Anyways. Would I be the a-hole if I bought my mom a light pink dress? Should I buy her a matching pink dress? Or should I just let it go? I'm so crushed. Oh, and when I did say something, she said, I paid over $100K for this dress. It's beautiful and I'm wearing it. It doesn't look like it was paid for $100K. I'm not going to lie. When I show you this picture, y'all want to see. I took the time to make my mom's vision boards to help them eliminate any challenges. We're both so sad. He's so crushed that his mom couldn't understand the assignment. It's not like we told her 2 months ago, and I have the receipts to back that. She's been awful during the entire process. She threatened not to host a rehearsal dinner if we didn't let her sing, so now she's singing at the rehearsal dinner. Should we let this slide or not? Help. So, I'm finna show y'all this dress. At the end of the day, she could have worn the exact same dress in the same color blue, but I think she's just being difficult. I don't like mother-in-laws that try to outdo the bride or anything like that. If you're in competition with your child's spouse, you're the problem, and that's gross. And I don't think you should be in competition with anybody who's having any relations with your children, because what do you mean you are in competition with somebody who your child is sleeping with? And that's disgusting. And as a boy mom, I really pray and hope that my brain cells never get that diluted where I'm in competition with my son's anything, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever he decides to date when he gets older, because I genuinely think that's gross. And I think a lot of these women need to get a grip and understand that you're not in competition with someone who's 20 plus years younger than you. You're in competition with yourself, and you need to get over it. But anyways, I'm about to get out this dress. So this is the dress. Let that sink in for 5 seconds. Yeah. Right. So that could have easily been bought in blue. I genuinely think that at the end of the day, you're not the maid of honor. When I see dresses of maid of honors, most of the time, not all of the time, heck, sometimes the maid of honor is wearing the same dress as all the regular bridesmaids, but sometimes they are not. That is the only time I've ever seen where anybody in the whole entire wedding party is wearing a different color than the bride and the bridesmaids, is when the maid of honor, or sometimes the best man, is wearing a different color suit or dress because they are specifically the maid of or the best man. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like the competition is competition, but you're only in competition with yourself, because baby girl, she's not in competition with anybody because she's marrying the person that she loves. But the son needs to stand up to her and tell her, either you go get the dress that we asked for, or you're not in the wedding. Because I don't care how fast or slow or how long ago or how soon you got this dress, you can wear that when you go get a man, or when my dad takes you out or something like that on a different occasion, but it won't be at my wedding. And if you do that and you're threatening, the rehearsal, whatever, whoever's financially paying for it, you should never allow anyone to dangle anything over you. It doesn't matter what the situation is, because if she's gonna be able to do it with the wedding, she's gonna try to do it with everything. And just imagine when y'all have kids, if y'all don't have kids already. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, get a grip, girl. Get a grip. Okay, besties, let's get on to the next story. I don't really know where to go with this one. I'm 25 weeks pregnant, and I feel like my mother-in-law has ruined my whole pregnancy and made things so much harder than they needed to be. She's made the whole pregnancy about herself, tried to dictate everything we do, and she's buying a house 20 minutes away from us because she doesn't want to miss anything. We've asked for the first week to be private so we can bond with our baby. She has said that she'll be coming around, and she's angry that I want to see my own mother first after giving birth. The most hurtful part about this is that she doesn't care about me. I really struggled with this pregnancy, and she called me lazy and said I didn't struggle, so why is she? We had a scare that I almost went into labor when I was about 18 weeks pregnant, and she said, well, it's about the baby, not you. I've reached my boiling point now, but I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I don't want to put my partner in between us and make it hard for him, but I also don't want to stop contact with her as well. But I also don't want her to think that she could just treat me any type of way and have access to my child. Am I being selfish? I'm not someone who likes to stand up for themselves, but the stress that it's causing me is really, really hard for myself, and it's really, really hard for the baby. And my baby is my priority. So what should I do? Baby girl, stand up for yourself. Your husband needs to stand up for you. You need to stand up for you, because like I said in my last story, because you don't know, because you know I'm reading your story, but you don't know because the last story was kind of like this too. If she is trying to do all of this now and she feels like she can get away with it now, imagine when that baby gets here, and imagine how when the baby gets older, the things that you're going to tell that baby, that child, that they cannot do. And then when they go over their grandma's house, oh, well, mommy said I can't do this. And then the grandma's like, oh, well, your mom's not here. You can do whatever you want to do. And then you got to beat her up. I mean, and then y'all tussle. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these mother-in-laws, they really need to know their place. If you're a mother-in-law, and one day, hopefully, I'll be a mother-in-law, you need to know your place. You need to, first of all, imagine if this was you. And if you allow people to push you over, you need to stop letting people push you over. But imagine if this was you, and then imagine how you would feel if somebody was doing this to you. And a lot of the times they don't care. A lot of it is embedded with narcissism or selfishness or just a whole bunch of different reasons of why these people are acting like bitchs. But at the same time, you're not someone who stands up for themselves. She knows that. She sees that. Your partner knows that. Your partner sees that. I don't really know if you said husband, so I don't want to keep saying husband if it's another woman. But at the end of the day, you need to make sure that you're standing up for yourself and that you're advocating for you, because if you can't advocate for yourself now, you're going to build up a bunch of resentment deep down, up in there. And then by the time that baby comes out, one, you're going to have really bad PPD because that person is going to be all up in your ear, especially because they're moving 20 minutes away to stalk you. And two, it's going to be a consistent battle, and it could turn into violence, or it could turn into rage, or it could turn into something where she's like trying to make you seem crazy and mess with your emotions while you're dealing with all of this new development as a parent and growth with your new baby. You know what I'm saying? So like, don't let nobody push you around, especially someone who's not carrying this baby and having the baby. At the end of the day, your partner does need to stand up for you and needs to let the mom know you're doing too much, you're crossing the line. And if he can't stand up for you, or if they can't stand up for you, and if you can't stand up for you, that person's gonna keep rolling all over you. So you better get a grip. Get a grip, darling. Okay, the title reads, Monster-in-Law Admitted to Trying to Baby Trap Me. This, after 13 years, she admitted that she thought I was going to leave her son and that I was too good for him and their family. And she tried to talk me out of graduation school and to have a baby. When I was studying for my master's, she said how it was time for me to have a baby. It made me feel uncomfortable. It sounded a little condescending in some ways too. Was overjoyed when I became pregnant on my own time though. And a few days ago, she admitted that she thought that I wouldn't be able to leave her son if I had a baby. She thought I had a good education and good looks, and that I would look down on her and her son and leave him. When I became pregnant the second time, the in-law attitude really shifted. Now I know why. Having 2 kids, they must have thought that I really was trapped and had nowhere to go. LOL. Manipulative, but stupid. What a way to live. Yeah, people are like that. Like, when my son and I, when my son's dad and I were together, like, his mom would continue to ask me, like, when you guys having babies? When you guys having babies? Babies. I wasn't ready to have a baby. He already had a baby. I was like, girl, chill. She would come in there drunk. When you having a baby with my son? Calling us, when you gonna have a baby with my son? People really think because you have a child that you're not going to be able to leave that person, or you're going to be stuck with them, or whatever they had gone through in life. Because I'm assuming that's kind of what she had to go through in life, because she obviously has said like, oh, I thought you would look down on our son, blah 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 blah. whatever you're going through in life, you don't ever allow someone to make you feel like that's going to be you, and you don't ever allow it to be you. So I'm glad you didn't like waste your time trying to be a mom and do everything that she wanted you to do, and that you took your time and did what you wanted to do based on your life and your experiences. Good girl, good girl. I'm giving you your 10s, because now if you do end up leaving him, you got all your ducks in a row and you can raise your kids without needing that partner and having the things that you need for them. If you're watching this video, that means you made it to the end of my video. Thanks for watching all the way through, and don't forget to subscribe to all of my social media accounts, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of Midnight Modules. Bye.